Good evening. Good evening. How are you? Start plunger out the set. No, can you move that plunger out? When no. That one. It's what day is it? Minute. Let's go to plug it. I can't get it working. Hold on, what day is it?
I don't know.
17th. It's the 17th of May, 2015. This is your captain speaking. Hello. Alright, I'll do it myself. Don't want to beat a few peanuts. This is your captain speaking. Stick your head between your legs and kiss your ass goodbye.
That's nice.
I said this is your captain speaking. Stick your head between your legs and kiss your ass goodbye. Anyway, yeah, I don't know where I'm going. It's like this little planet. It's funny. I was going to do something, but I can't remember what I was going to do. That's a stupid joke, isn't it? Captain who doesn't know where he's going. Anyway, Lieutenant, how are you doing?
I don't know. Considering that I'm on your right, then I'm fine. I'm your right tenant.
What went wrong with it?
With what?
This life.
Life?
Mm.
Why? What's wrong with your
I don't know,
life?
we were talking about Hatfield, weren't we?
Were we?
Yeah.
I know you were.
You know that tramp is still there in town. 2 weeks now.
Tramps? Tramps? I wouldn't call them a tramp. I think that's a bit out of order, to be honest. Homeless person. There's a homeless person living in Hatfield, and there's obviously more than one, but this one homeless person wants to make himself known, obviously, because he sits in the middle of the high street in between two banks. I'm not sure if he's like a secret agent dressed up as a homeless guy and he's actually trying to rob the banks secretly. He could be sat there measuring out distances, times bankers leave and go into the bank, times doors will be locked and maybe a route underneath or in through the wall, which is a good possibility. Perhaps maybe that's the fucking case.
What, the elephant's got a trunk?
Yeah, I know.
You're very silly, Luke. You're very silly.
So,
and I don't like you. Can you move on to that chair?
no, it's wet.
Makes it easy. Well, put a fucking towel in it then.
That's why I used the plunger to plunge it. The plunger didn't work.
You smell of raspberries.
And I used raspberry body wash. Have you got a problem with that?
You smell of raspberries. I like the smell of raspberries, actually. Do you eat raspberries?
No, don't like it.
I don't like strawberries, but I do like raspberries.
I hate raspberries.
I've had raspberries for ages, actually.
Why are we talking about fucking raspberries?
Because apricots don't taste quite as nice.
What is raspberries?
Can you move over there? Can you give me a minute cake? Look, you're in the film ready. Put the light on. Put that light on. And I'll put that on. Turn the light on. Come. Ready, boy.
This is Luke and Bill, and we're live streaming from Planet's Icon.
Move it into that chair. It makes it easier for me. I don't twist my neck so much if we move into that chair. It hurts my neck when I go look at you.
Put a towel on it for me. One that's not dusty, so you might need to wash it.
Why? There's nothing wrong with that chair.
Look. All that. All the way down.
I'll sit in the chair then. How about I sit in that chair then? Alright, let's put it that way then. I'll sit in the chair.
Grab a spear washer up, please. You can stand up straight, let alone grab a... Oh, no, not on my keys. Thank you.
Oh.
Rest.
Hi.
Hi.
Alright, Luke. Come on.
Oh, this is comfy.
When it'll be a meeting. Where am I?
I haven't been here before.
I've just woken up.
What do you want me to interview you? What does that interview mean? What's an interview? Then you have to be dressed up smart for an interview. Last time I recalled, you're not wearing a shirt, you're not wearing a tie, you're not wearing trousers, and you're not wearing shoes. So I'm afraid you've not got the job. There you go, you're interviewed. This is Bill. He's 49 years old. He likes chewing on nuts. Anything else you'd like to say? Fucking hell. Let me say a magic trick, Bill. Bill, look at the screen, you ready? You see that light button? It's gone. And you go like this. And it's gone. I'll show you another magic trick. So he just called me a bitch. Sure. I'm not going to take that. Well, you know you're pissed when you fucking spill beer down yourself. Right, should we make something out of this video?
Ow! Alright, what do you make of it then? Well, what do you make of it then? I said like you could build dodgeable cars. And maybe...
You've done this in the last video.
Yeah, but you can stream woods, you know stream woods? A motorbike, a dirt bike course. Downstream woods would be good. Turn that into a dirt bike thing. That'd be good. And they're going to race the motorbikes. They've got motorbikes. Don't know if you have motorbikes anymore, but you know, at least in the outdoors. Well, I don't know what we're making this movie. What would you call it?
Call it silence. Parallel universe. Because you're in a parallel universe.
Parallel to what?
Parallel to you. So I'm parallel to you.
Right, no. I suppose, yeah.
I am parallel. Look. That's called parallel.
Yeah,
Do you know what parallel means?
Well, I'm William Bailey. And what's parallel? I'm William Bailey. What's your son's name?
Bailey William.
Huh?
Bailey William.
That's a bit weird. Bailey William. Do you know that puts me in an awkward position?
Why? I'm sure you've been in plenty of awkward
positions. Because I'm William Bailey.
You're gay.
No, because I'm William Bailey. William Bailey. And your son's name is Bailey. That makes a bit of a fucking awkward.
Turn aeroplanes into pussies.
It does sound a bit weird. It sounds a bit backward, actually.
For you it does, yeah.
Congratulations.
You understand the meaning of backwards.
Round
of applause, go on.
Hardly likely done. Okay, what are we doing here anyway tonight?
I don't know, you're the one that put the fucking video on. What are we doing? We're sat in chairs.
Are we? Are we sitting in chairs? We're sitting in chairs. What are we doing tonight?
What are we doing tonight? We'll talk about...
I'm a bit bored. Stimulate me. One hand.
There once was a man from China. He wasn't a very good climber. He slipped on a rock, banged his cock and ended up with a vagina. There once was a lady from Eden who had a particular feeling. She laid on her back, opened her crack and pissed all over the ceiling. And there once was a man called Bill who used to work behind the till. He bought a gun, went out for the kill, and now he's fucking ill because he's sick.
I've run out of ideas, really.
Ideas?
Mm. I'm lacking inspiration for this generation. I lack
Constipation is the inflation of accreditation that's affecting the nation. And you see, this estimation.
But the point is, I don't exist. Look, slit your wrist. Slit your wrist. Slit your wrist. I don't exist. Who am I? So slit your wrist. I don't exist. Who am I?
Do you know what I think?
Who am I?
I think
if I don't exist.
I think the Queen's a reptilian.
She's 90 next year.
She's a reptile. She's
I would like
the Illuminati.
Do you know what I would like to see next year?
She's a
good idea. Is a £90 note.
No.
But with the Queen's real face on it.
No.
You know how the notes are about 50 years old or whatever. She's 90 next year. But if you look at a 10 quid note or a 20 quid note, she looks like about 50 or 40. I think if the Queen's going to have a 90th birthday, she should make her pound notes look like her.
Pound notes?
Well, £10 notes, 90 quid notes, or whatever. The actual picture, I haven't got any £10 notes or £5 notes. The actual pictures of the Queen now are so out of date. You look at your £5 note, she looks about 30 or 40. You know what I mean? She's actually 90 next year. So wouldn't it be nice to celebrate the Queen's 90th birthday? Actually, to celebrate the Queen's 90th birthday. Release banknotes with the Queen's real face on it, 90 years old. Or make her look 90 years old. She's not 45 anymore. But they should actually release a new set of banknotes with the Queen as she really looks today. 90th year. She'll be 90 next year. So I think they should release banknotes with the Queen's real face as it is today. 90 years old. To celebrate her birthday. You should update the pound notes. You should actually update the banknotes to celebrate. No, seriously, to celebrate Queen Elizabeth's 90th year. You should update the banknotes and have a real portrait of the Queen as she looks today. As she looks
into the
today.
light, and I will count to 3, and you will follow the light, and you will go into a hypnotic state. And you will tell me all your bank details, your bank PIN. You will give me your bank card. You will tell me everything about you. You will tell me where you live, your address.
Hypnotism doesn't work.
And it's going to go 1, 2, 3.
He's telling me the bird. Come on. Silly shit.
Fucking random.
Don't know, what's up?
Let's come back down to earth.
Back down to
I'd like to talk about the Queen.
They're gone.
I think she's a reptile. She's a shapeshifter.
90 years old next year. I think they should make banknotes.
90 years old?
I think we should have a whole new series of banknotes with the Queen as she's now 90 years old. Banknotes to celebrate the Queen's 90th birthday party. They should issue new banknotes with the Queen as she's
I've got a question for you.
What?
If you adore the Queen so much, do you want a note to come out and celebrate her 90th birthday?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then did you know that she's not actually the real Queen?
What?
I forgot his name, but they actually found one of the ancestors of one of the kings from 200, 300 years.
She's only Queen because she's actually Queen by default in a way, because actually it was Edward VIII. Was it Edward VIII? Something like that. He abdicated.
I just watched the news.
No, the actual king.
Hear what they say on the news.
truth is, the king.
She's not royal blood.
Yes, she is.
She's not.
She is. She is.
She's not.
Actually,
The Queen's part German.
I know that, but that shows half the world is half fucking French. William the Conqueror was French. Your first king, your first real king of England was French.
No, there's more people
but
in
actually,
China and Africa than what there is in the rest of the world. And then none of them are.
But no one's ever going to watch this anyway. But what I'm saying is like, actually, it's just Queen by default because the actual king was Edward VIII, I think. But he abdicated because he fell in love with an American woman. He abdicated, and so George VI, I think it was, something like that, George VI, he became king after Edward VIII. So it's by default because he was the father. Sorry, of. What am I doing with this paper? I'm getting very drunk. All right, look, change the subject. I'm bored.
I'm flying. Can you see my hands? They're flying through the air. You're gonna say, this is very meditative. Close your eyes. Walk on by. Buy something new to buy. That was meant to be a quote from one of your songs, but I forgot the lyrics. There's nothing to talk about, Bill. You know that neither of us can talk about anything because you're boring, and I'm boring, and he's a cunt. I'm sick. Add me on Twitter. Alright, so let's go back down to the basics. Let's go back to the Stone Age. If you were a caveman, how many caves would you have? Would you have a cave? Or would you have a lake? Or would you have a rave? Do you think you would have been one of the cavemen that invented fire? Do you think you were intelligent enough to invent fire? Do you think our ancestors, they invented fire? And that was how long ago? Over like 10 fucking thousand million billion years ago. Like dinosaurs were inventing fire. But if you think about it, from inventing fire from like 10 billion years ago, and now we're here, we haven't really invented anything that is better than fire, have we? Because fire's fire, and it burns things.
What about internet?
We haven't invented something that counter-reacts fire.
What about the internet? Isn't that incredible?
No, it's not. Alright, so can we reverse the effects of fire? We can apparently reverse the effects of colds and shit and things like that that are important to people and whatever. But fire was invented 10 billion years ago. Yeah? Asteroids and shit come down from the sky and spaceships and make fire.
That's
correct. But we can't reverse the effects of fire. If you burn something, can you reverse the effects so that something comes back? You can't. So we haven't figured out. But obviously you've got the particles of fire, and you've got the particles dissolve or burn whatever it is you want to burn with the fire. But have we created a anti-particle to the fire that will actually restore, almost like when you get an old furniture and you're someone that restores furniture and you restore it back to what it used to look like, or pictures on the internet what it used to look like, things that are totally irrelevant. But fire is one of the 4 elements: fire, air, earth and water. Have you created something that can reverse the effects of fire? Because you can reverse the effects of water, because like put your hand in water and you get wrinkles, your hand doesn't burn off. And then you put your hand in fresh air and the wrinkles go. But you put your hand in fire, your hand burns. Put your hand in fresh air and you still have the burns. It's like, is there something that's been invented that can reverse the effects of fire? Because I think if we can sort of solve something like that, I don't have a clue what I'm talking about, but it's like the fucking God atoms they're trying to recreate the Big Bang. And the Big Bang's a theory which someone's actually created, and billions of pounds have gone into this hydro accelerator arm that goes around the whole of Switzerland to bang 2 particles the size of like nothing together to recreate a Big Bang. It's like, why can't someone create a machine or a theory that could reverse the elements of fire, or reverse the elements of things that actually will help us? Because at the moment, the world and politics are using a lot of money. They're flooding money into things that are totally irrelevant to things nowadays. They're asking us to, like, donate money. They're asking us to donate money to charity, right? Okay, but they're spending billions of pounds on fucking swinging particles round in a fucking tunnel, and I think that's fucking out of order.
Elephants. Elephants. Elephants and bumblebees. Elephants and bumblebees. Luke. Elephants and bumblebees.
Imagine if you can reverse fire, right?
Yeah.
Imagine all the firefighters that wouldn't die. Imagine all the lives that they'd save. Okay.
Pickled onions! Pickled onions! Pickled onions and sandwiches! Pickled onions and sandwiches!
And where do pickles come from?
Elephants!
And where do elephants come from?
Pickled onions!
Where do pickled onions come from?
Elephants!
And where do elephants come from?
Pickled onions!
And where do pickled onions come from?
Elephants!
And where do elephants come from?
Pickled onions! And sausages!
#1, yeah. Add me on Twitter. #Twitter. Yeah, get me. Add me.
Maybe a plastic tape.
Plastic pussy.
Plastic tape with a no. Oh, look, that's Kate! Kate! Is that your Kate? Your Kate, that's the dog, isn't it? Sausages! What? Shut up! Where's my clock? Oh, there it is. Right, anyway, we'll talk sense. What? Filmmaker, go on. Talkie.
Hello. What should we talk about? Should we talk about cunts, or should we talk about wankers?
That is right. That's not to see you. I'm not allowed to see you, little boy. I'm not allowed to talk to little boys.
If NASA, alright, you listening?
NASA, what?
If NASA can put billions of pounds into inventing spaceships,
What would you invent this space?
so that will go into space. And you can see the moon. You can see a picture of what we can look at already by fucking putting our heads into the sky, right? There's been billions of pounds of taking pictures and satellites of the moon and other planets that you can see by looking through telescopes and bollocks like that. But there's countries out there, like, for example, places with poverty. I can't pinpoint certain places. They've got no transport at all, right? They can invent a rocket to go into space, but yet they can't make train tracks and give cars and boats for places where they need it the most. Imagine if the whole world linked up and there was transport, bits and pieces like that. Obviously border controls, right? But imagine if everyone linked up together, the ideas, because there's people out there that let's go. 1 to the 2 to the 3, let's flow. Let's go. Risk it. I'm gonna go for a chocolate biscuit. Yeah. Going for a piss. BRB. Don't get a twist.
I'm gonna go. I have to go to bed in a minute.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to bed as well.
So what do you call this show?
Should we call it?
Nonsense.
Yeah.
Lot of bullshit. Bullshit. Let's go. I'm gonna have to go to bed later. I'm very tired.
Right.
Sorry, mate. I'm beginning to feel really, really tired.
That's cool. I'm gonna fucking head off.
Yeah.
Right, first of all, I'm gonna go for a piss. Alright?
Where are my cigarettes? Shit, what was my cigarettes?
I've robbed them.
No, seriously.
I've got them in my back pocket. Quick, run.
Oh, they're there.
Run. I've robbed all your cigarettes.
No, seriously.
Shit.
They're there. It's all right from there. Alright, close down. Nothing else to say. Nonsense.
Let's get 20 quid then.
Stop recording. Fuck off. 100 quid for your pair of shoes.
100.